Welcome in, and thanks for joining us for the WHHI Daily News, where we strive to bring you more Lowcountry news more often. I'm Bob Stevens. Governor Haley, former Governor Haley, is in Michigan, trying to stun the political world there after failing to do that in her home state over the weekend. She still showed some magic in Beaufort County, but not statewide. Haley beat former President Trump 55 to 44% in Beaufort County. She also won Charleston County and Richland County around the state capital, but she lost the other 43 counties handily. Trump finished with about 60% of the vote statewide, Haley with almost 40%, though the former governor pledged to fight on to Michigan and then Super Tuesday, March 5th. The state legislature is working on another pay raise for state employees, just not quite as big a one as last year. The House Ways and Means Committee is proposing a $1,000 a year pay raise for those who make less than $67,000 a year, and a 1.5% pay raise for those who are making more than that amount. There's a little less extra money available this year than last, so budget writers had to cut back on the raises. They also had to allocate over $100 million more into the new budget to cover increased health insurance premiums. It's the first raise in premiums since 2012. While we're talking health care, despite opposition from many conservative leaders, more than 570,000 South Carolinians signed up for ObamaCare, an over 45% increase from the year before, making the state the 9th fastest growing in coverage from either federal or state-run medical marketplaces. Nationwide, more than 21 million people are now covered by those public health care marketplaces. That's up 30% from the year before. Actor Gary Sinise said he'd never thought about the impact of the movie he shot 30 years ago here in the Lowcountry until he stepped onto a stage to accept an award from a disabled American veterans group just weeks after the premiere of Forrest Gump. And 2,000 disabled soldiers gave him an enormous ovation. The movie went on to win 6 Oscars. Sinise went on to a huge career, and it all came back around at this past week's Beaufort International Film Festival when Sinise was given the Pat Conroy Lifetime Achievement Award. After the movie's release, Sinise dedicated his off-camera life to disabled veterans with his Lieutenant Dan Band, playing at over 500 military bases worldwide, including at MCAS Beaufort before thousands on Friday night. And we might not stay in them ourselves, but we often talk about our world-class hotels and resorts in the Lowcountry. The Forbes Travel Guide has saluted 6 hotels in the larger Lowcountry, including the Inn at Harbor Town and the Montage Palmetto Bluff, on their best of list for 2024, after their teams of travel specialists scored them on more than 900 criteria. The Palmetto Bluff Resort received one of the 2 5-star ratings in the state. And a terrific basketball season for our private high schools ended up over the weekend with 3 champions, Cross Schools, winning its first girls title in its very first season, and without any seniors on the team. Hilton Head Prep's boys won a 2nd straight title with a great defensive effort, and Hilton Head's Christian's girls won a 6th straight title, beating John Paul II's girls by 24 before a packed house at USCB. The game was actually moved from Sumter because of all of the Lowcountry interest. Justin Jarrett will have details on all of them coming up later in sports. For more details on these stories and other Lowcountry news, we invite you to visit the sources listed on your screen. Again, we will hear from Justin later on. Let's hear from Maria Soden about a gorgeous beginning of the week. Well, let's hope it holds up later on. Maria?
Thanks, Bob. Yep, so taking a look ahead, it does look like we're going to see lots of spring-like weather this week with higher temperatures and a little bit of rain. So taking a look at Tuesday, it's going to be sunny to partly cloudy with Hilton having a high 67, a low 51. Bluffton is going to have a high 70, a low 49, and Beaufort is going to have a high 69 and a low 51. The sunrise for Tuesday is going to be at 6:53 and sunset's going to be at 6:18. Looking at the beach tides, high tide's going to be at 10:52 a.m. and low tide's going to be at 6:10 p.m. Taking a look into the rest of the week, Wednesday is going to be sunny to partly cloudy with late night showers, highs in the 70s, lows in the 50s. Then come Thursday, it is going to be cloudy and cooler with the highs dropping back down into the low 60s, lows in the 40s. And then come Friday, we're going to see showers in the morning. It's supposed to be cloudy throughout the day, and we are going to see that rain return in the evening. Highs are going to be in the mid 60s, lows in the upper 40s. That's it for today. Let's head it back to the desk.
Stay with us for more on the WHHI Daily News. We're going to be talking more sports. We're also going to give you an update on a new Meals on Wheels location in the Lowcountry. Up next, we're going quilting. Stay with us.